Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and high vibration, or someone cross-watching. Either you or someone you're connected to, again, and I asked what again was, and it was this group of people, these gangs, thought that you had nobody. Clarified that with, they regret something now. Because either you have a Taurus or a Taurus has you, or you're married and in some kind of commitment, somebody that's actually committed to you. There's a group of people who thought that you didn't have anybody in your life that would stand up and defend you or stand by you. So this is either, now there's a restriction on what they can do to you, because usually this is if this is like a gang or something like that, these are people who target other people because they think they're by themselves. Risk, and it worked. They took a risk, and then once they get there, they realize that somebody has another person. Now what? So they thought that either you had no one or a Taurus had no one, and now what? This ain't gonna be for everybody. And now what? And now they're restricted. And now what happens is the shit from their past is coming back to them. I also see that somebody thought that you were unstable. They thought that they were coming to offer some kind of friendship to cause some kind of instability in your life. There could be 5 of them with 5. Like there could be 5 people that thought that another person had nobody. So let's get into this shit. All right. Tied. Somebody, now they're tied. Now their hands are tied. A martyr, somebody that's actually a good person. Full survival. Yeah, somebody's always in survival mode, but like in a good way. It's not like those preppers where they can't even live their life because they're constantly, you know, constantly thinking and preparing for the worst. For somebody, your uncle thought you had nobody. Hold on. Or somebody was told by their uncle that whoever they went to go to do something to, that they had nobody. And I feel like now somebody's like, damn, because they could have thought that this is the type of person too where I told you guys, yes, nobody on your behalf. They didn't think that you had somebody that was on your behalf. Thank you. But I told you guys that the way that these gangs and stuff separate you is they'll separate you from your family. They'll even lie, and I've told you, have dirty cops and stuff go to your family and say you're being investigated and stuff to get you by yourself. And usually this works, you know, because people, they'll say such horrific things about you that it'll make people not want to talk to you. And that's the whole point of everything. So then they'll send somebody when you don't. This is for those of you who had people setting you up to be their next target for either trafficking, organ trafficking, or whatever. And then they get you by yourself and they make sure you have nobody. Because these are bullies, you know. It's a whole different story when they know you have people in your life or that you talk to people. You may just be a private person and you don't announce all of the people. You're more dangerous when you're quiet and you're smart. Or somebody you're connected to is. But there's someone here who, they got people. They don't have a lot of people, but they got the right people. Somebody learned their lesson on having a big circle is not the way to go. Having a smaller solid circle, even if that's one motherfucker. 444. And then what they'll do is they'll have somebody come offer you now some kind of phony friendship because they think you don't have anybody. So they'll come and offer you something that's no good. They thought that you were unstable, or that, you know, they make it so that you have instability in your life, and then you have some kind of phony friend come and offer you friendship, and then it's a trap. But they can't do that to somebody. Now these people are trapped in fear by themselves. I think this was what they thought you were. Somebody thought that maybe you were somebody that was worried or by yourself. Like you were. It feels like somebody thought that you were going to be an easy target, or that you were weak, or that you were very codependent or needy, and then they would be able to do whatever this is. And now with the light, I don't know. It could be like. And now there's light being shed on these people. What is this? Sacral. They could have been attacking your sacral chakra. They could have thought that, yeah, it's like these people thought that you didn't have any kind of security, or you didn't have any kind of protection, or that you didn't know how to protect yourself or something like that. Weeps. Now somebody could be crying over this, over what came out after this. Which cards do I want to use here?
You know, I personally never experienced it, but I know there's dogs out there that just listen and don't.
There's dogs out there that just listen. So these could be people that are just dogs, you know, and they could go maybe near you to see if you're a potential target for something, and they listen to you. You could have the type of situation where you don't speak much, even if you have somebody with you, so they think that you're alone. Maybe you guys don't, you know, when you become wise and hip to some shit, you don't speak as much as you used to, because you realize that sometimes the less said is better. 654, perverse. This is some perverse shit that these people do to even construct this kind of shit. Dogs that are better than the best. So you're better than the best. Whoever the person is on the other side is better, an entirely different person of what they perceive them to be. And now these people are trapped and they're worried. Oh, my kid's getting violent. They thought they were going to bring violence to your door. And with the you could just know how to protect yourself, period. Peasant. Somebody thought you were a peasant now. Somebody thought that, yeah. And I'm guessing if that's coming up with the peasant, there's some people who perceived another person as a peasant when really you're the complete opposite. Now these people are actually the peasants. They treated you like a fucking peasant, or they came at you like you were a peasant. Give me one of these, please. Thank you. Blessed day. Like, have a blessed day. They could see that you're happy too. Equilibrium, you're very balanced, but good luck. I feel like these people actually thought that they were going to get lucky when they did some shit, but success is in the reverse, because why? Somebody's very intuitive, right? And then boom, here comes after this, karmic fucking justice. Somebody was told like you were crazy, or that you're delusional, or whatever it was. It was a complete lie. A complete farce. So tell me about this person. Tell me about the party was in the truck. Somebody thought they were going to party off of either you, or maybe that you would party with them. They could have said that you actually partied, or that you drank and did drugs or something. Let me get one more of these. A Zoe. This could be a group of Zoes that thought you had nobody. Full moon. These are people that also fuck with that moon magic, huh? But the full moon is now exposing more people in this group. Tell me about this full moon, please. Somebody was definitely doing some moon magic. Yeah, look, exposing all these cons, liars, thieves. All these people who do this real dirty shit now. Tell me more about this Seven of Swords, please. Could be an Aries, a Pisces, and a Cancer for somebody. This could be 3 different people. This is also a police officer as well, with the Emperor and the Chariot. This could even be some cops and stuff that were connected to this shit that thought you fucking had nobody, man. These would be like male cops and men in the justice system that connected themselves to like these secret societies, these Masons, these male covens and stuff like that. They thought they treated somebody like they were a peasant, and it's like, nah, motherfucker. Yeah, look, there could be a Capricorn, an Aries, a Cancer, and a Pisces for somebody here. But these are people who do this spell work. Some of your family even could have been involved in this. A Nissan, so somebody drives a Nissan in this situation. Tell me more, please. What's up with boxes? Now they're like boxed in. A Hyundai, so somebody drives a Hyundai, somebody drives a Nissan. This could just be multiple of these people in the cars that they drive. I think, you know what I think this is? I think this is a group of gangs or whatever in your neighborhood, in your community, that thought that you had nobody, that you would be alone, you would be an easy target. This should have been done by now. Thief alert, trying to steal from your ass. So if you could have a divine masculine even. You could have for some of you, it's a husband. Others of you, it's a boyfriend, or it's just somebody that is there and now it changes things. But I also see that if you're a female, you're in masculine energy because you probably know that this is happening. I like the way you move. I guess the way you handle something is different. Hold on, let's see. Tell me more about this situation, please, with these thieves. You could have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 motherfuckers. If you were a cop, I'd let you frisk me. Are you a cop? Some of these people could think that you're a cop. For some of you, you're an undercover. 1212, and you went in undercover to expose these people. For some of you, you are. We just leave that alone. Let's see what's up with these dingbats, these animals. Monitor. So they either send people to monitor you, or these people monitor you. What these people will do too, if you do have somebody in your life, they will go out of their way. Like, let's say that you're with somebody, they will send people to come in and try to split you guys up to make you an easier target. But when you have somebody that's solid, right? Like, you guys don't have this type of connection where you're bound by drugs or alcohol or something, or sex, because usually when you have a couple that's bound by this shit, they can be easily swayed with something. And these people have successfully broken people up because couples were addicts together, or they drank together, or you know what I mean, and it was easier to split these people up. But if you have someone in your life where you both went through the karma and you learned your lesson, damn it, and you're solid in a connection, even if it's a friendship, and this person will never leave you. It's this group is failing because of this. Tell me more about this situation, please. Thank you. Peacock. I don't really know what that represents spiritually. And shadow. Let me see what the peacock means spiritually. So, because I know what the shadow is, right? Like, somebody's very comfortable in their shadow side when they know they have to stand up and defend themselves. And these are people who only work in their shadow side, though. Somebody could be afraid of their own shadow, too. You could have some people that thought they were tough until they came up against another person. Now it's like, wait, they're shadow boxing, first of all. They're just fighting themselves. They're fighting nothing. It's a fight that was already lost by that side. Peacock. Spiritual meaning. New beginnings, beauty, self-expression, as well as a spiritual awakening. Right. So if you have a person with you, whoever this is that you have, you both went through this. So you're both aware. So you protect each other. You defend each other. You're there for each other. They got minimum information on a situation, these people. They didn't get the right information, or they didn't get enough information. Happy birthday for someone if it's your birthday today. Look at that. Cult. What'd I tell you? You had a cult coming for you, and they thought you were by your lonesome. They did. They did. Now they're getting minimum yield. Like, I feel like they're not getting anything in return. Fake laugher. These people are phonies. That's what they do. They're very good at putting a mask on. Tell me more about this shit, please. Fully in charge, right? Intuition. So this could be the kind of thing where if you're, let's just say you're even around somebody, because someone's very much, they pay attention to body movements of people and the way people act. And this is how you decipher whether you want someone in your life or not. So if you even see somebody, you can even see somebody like they're talking to someone else and you're just paying attention and you're watching their demeanor and you're like, yeah, that motherfucker's phony. Like, you won't even talk to somebody. You won't even let them near you. This is also protecting you. I want to pull on this cult. I don't think this cult has ever, okay, thank you. This cult, this group, they have never come across somebody that, none of their targets were ever awakened. They never paid attention to their intuition. You pay attention. You pay attention when someone's around you, how your body feels. That gut instinct, it literally will be your gut sometimes. You'll get a stomach ache when there's someone no good around you. Like, your body will tell you everything that you need to know. So I'm going to pull on this cult and find out, like, now what's going on with them now that they realize that they can't get to somebody. Because one of you, if not both of you, are both fully awakened to what is going on. What did I do with those cards? Alright, whatever. I don't even know. Are they right in front of my face? Either way, let's pull on the cult. I'll get another deck. Alright. So now what's up with this cult? Truth. What's at the bottom? Yep. Yep, that's it. I feel like this could even be some people that this cult sent to you and they were told that you were a loner or that you were by yourself. They could have even told somebody that you were an older person, that you were like 70 or something like that, with the word 70 that popped up. Wow. Hold on a second. Clear that spirit. Did they even tell somebody that someone was like 70 years old? So that's how they're getting people. I don't know if this is them setting people up or if this is just them trying to still get to you, and then they get to you and it's like, this person is not 70 years old. This person is not flighty. This person is not crazy. This person is not... They could have said like you're a delusional older person, like whether you're a woman or man, and that it would be easy. And for people to even say okay to that, though, like, what kind of motherfucker are you that you would even say, oh, they're 70 and they're delusional? Cool, we'll go do this shit. Like, what kind of person are you? King of Swords? Yeah, judgment. This entire cult is under judgment here. They also misjudged a motherfucker, too. They passed judgment on you. You got this. Like, you know you got this. I feel like... what's this? They misjudged you. I feel like you're a beautiful person. You're healthy. Your mind is right. You eat healthy. You live a healthy lifestyle. The Knight of Pentacles is also my single. So that's what they do. They go after people who are by themselves. King of Wands. There could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Or this is just a cult full of karmic masculines that are all under judgment here. Tell me about this, please. Yeah, and then they wound up being disappointed by the time they got there. Retire easy. Somebody thought they were going to retire easily, I guess, off of somebody here. No. These are people who don't want to work. They don't want to go through struggle. They're not interested in learning lessons. They're not interested in that shit. They just want their shit right now. Oh, well. Mandy. That's somebody's name. I don't know if Mandy was going to be their next victim, or let's see. I want to find out something here. Can you clear that and ground for me, Spirit? Is Mandy a part of this somehow? Yeah. Okay. Can you clear that for me? Is Mandy a good person? Clear that, Spirit. Is Mandy? So Mandy is a female possibly that connects herself to this shit to do this. Oh, okay. So if you're a female, this is what I'm getting. They use females to break up people, to, you know, but if you guys are solid, you don't cheat on each other. For some of you guys, it's just a friendship and you know, somebody could be, there could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius that is so fucking just into you or respects you so much that there's nobody this person would talk to. Like, there's somebody here or two people that won't even allow anybody else into their life because they know, they're very intuitive. They understand that there's cults, that there's groups, that there's gangs, and we know what your MO is, bitch. So they could probably use a female named Mandy to try to befriend you. And that won't work. These people are all lost souls, man. I don't think that these people have ever experienced someone that was like genuine in their life. And if they did, they probably didn't appreciate it like a lot of us didn't. I mean, we've all done it, right? I get it. I understand a lot of the energy that people are in, but I could never, ever fucking do some shit like this, man. Like I have taken advantage of people who were helping me to the point where I became codependent. I have not appreciated even people that were in my life that I didn't realize how valuable they were until they weren't there anymore. It's called lessons, you know. These people, they don't do that. They could be disappointed in a Taurus. Tell me about Mandy. What's up with Mandy? What's up with Mandy? I feel like somebody's got a really unhealthy attachment. Somebody's like scrounging for money too. I also think that it's hard for this person to do anything to you. It's because you're very protective of your money and you're very protective of your energy as well. And it's going to be real difficult for this person. Or this is past tense. Tell me about this, please. Tell me about Mandy. You're miserable, Mandy? Huh? 22. She could be around you and she sees that you guys have a solid connection, and she probably, instead of going, well, how does this person act so I can have this type of like respect from somebody, instead this is the type of broad that will literally get mad and then try to attack you for it because you're broken. You're broken, Mandy. True. Look. Thank you. She's jealous that somebody else's really took your mail. Mandy, whose mail did you take? You know that's a federal offense. Hear that from me, Spirit? Someone she's around. So this person even betrays the people that she calls friends. She's a foreigner. Whose mail did she take? Again, so that this could have been a situation. I don't know if this person lives, like it could be roommates or something like that, or I mean it could be somebody that she's in a relationship with and it's a karmic masculine, and she keeps trying to hold on to somebody that keeps betraying her, or there's a dude that keeps trying to hold on to this chick, and it's just clearly a codependent relationship. Tell me whose mail Mandy took. Mandy needs to know her place. Whose mail? O or V? Clear that from me, Spirit. Is this the person whose mail Mandy took? Okay, that Spirit's going to begin with the letter O. Okay, clear that Spirit. Olivia. So Mandy took Olivia's mail again. This could literally be the situation of this. This could be females that are connected to these dudes that are in this shit. And they're focusing on someone else. And now all of these people are betraying each other. They're like holding on to friendships and stuff with people who are actually their biggest adversaries at this moment. But they're focusing on somebody else that did nothing to them when the whole time they got people right near them that are stealing their mail, hooking up with their people behind their back. Some of these people, they're doing spell work as a whole, but then they're doing it on each other secretly because it becomes an addiction at some point. You're surrounded by people, by traitors, but they're focused on somebody else. So this is either you, fire sign, or someone you're connected to, or this is you doing that shit. Probably a little bit of both, right? Somebody sees you as sacred, or this is how you view somebody, fire sign, or you both do. Yeah. Nobody can offer you anything that you guys wouldn't do for each other. Because that's another reason I said, like, they try to get you so you have nothing, and then you have no choice but to get something from someone else. And then it's like building this false trust with somebody. They'll even do spell work for you to like lose or get evicted, and then boom, here comes some savior saying you can stay with us, and the whole time it's a trap. So you have, there's somebody here who has somebody in their life where they would never let that happen to you, and you would never let that happen to them. And this is another big factor on why these people are losing. Wild winds. It could be windy where you're at, or there's shit getting blown up. 42. Somebody could be 42 years old. Look, you are sacred. I told you. You are sacred. You come from a sacred bloodline. Bitch, there's nobody that's going to be a victim of this cult. That's sacred. You're going to have to realize that everywhere that you go, it doesn't matter where you live or what environment you're in, you make that space fucking sacred for yourself. And nobody can like fade you. They can't mess with your peace. Because you know, it's like you could literally live in a box and you would make that whatever, like you could be homeless under the L and shit. And wherever you lived at, you make sure that your space is comfortable. That's an alchemist. That's a master alchemist, bitch. Tell me, give me one more. Thank you. Forest tears. This comes out a lot. And what I think this always is your sacred temple. So you take care of your body. You don't just let dudes come plowing all up in you and shit. You're probably celibate. Darkness. Ain't no room in this temple for darkness. Keep that dark dick away from me, says you. Or if you're a dude, the same thing. Lauren. These could be just women who are connected to this shit, man. Didn't I pull on a Lauren? Hear that spirit. Hear that from me, spirit. Is Lauren a good person? My thing just lit up. So Lauren is another one that's jealous of the person that you have in your life because they protect you, or you guys don't fight. These would be a lot of females that see another person that has a relationship or a connection with somebody where you guys probably have been through the ringer and you've seen each other at your worst, and now you help each other. Like if you don't help me grow, you got to go kind of shit. And some of these people have never seen anything like this before. So instead of saying like, I want that, how do I get that, pay attention, they get mad. Because you're broken. I like that you're broken, broken like me. They come in hot. Yeah, these people come in hot, but they leave just as hot because they can't get into your space, or they can't get anyone to look at you. Or these will be the type of people too where they'll send text messages to you or your person acting like there's somebody you cheated with. Like, there's just people who are mad. They're mad. They're mad because they don't have something that somebody else has, so they try to destroy it. But if somebody tried doing that shit to them, yo, if somebody tried doing the same shit to these people that they do to other people, they pop off. There's something off kilter about that. Don't you guys understand the shit? There's something wrong with it, damn it. Hold on. What the fuck was I just gonna look up? I forget what I was gonna look up. Beside, all the perverse and beside. So Lauren, these people are beside each other, like, or these people are standing beside perverse men. This could just be females that are with dudes, and they keep trying to hold on to these dudes that cheat and lie and steal from them. Is that what you're saying? And now they're mad because they see somebody else has respect from the person that they're around or they're with. So now what? You want to try and destroy that? So you're saying this is why your life is like this. So this is what is happening. When these girls look at somebody else that has a healthy connection, relationship, friendship, whatever it is, and they get jealous of that, basically you're saying you don't like that. So now I told you guys, be careful of how you act, because the universe rocks with you. It matches your energy. So if the universe knows that you like sticking around, because it happened to me. This is why I'm saying I'm speaking on experience. I didn't realize that I was dating guys that secretly were intimidated by me or competitive or even jealous and shit like that. So I just was in a constant karmic cycle, and I had to get away from it. And then, you know, you gain your respect, but you have to respect yourself. You can't expect a man to respect you if you don't respect yourself. It's impossible, and vice versa. But that's you basically saying, like, you don't like that because of the way you're looking at these people. Clearly, this is how the universe reads you. And now you're holding on to dude, so it's giving you what it believes you want. You guys have to learn about this shit, because it ruined our lives not understanding that the universe matches your energy. When you stand up and you say, I'm putting boundaries up, motherfuckers, stop trying to get in my space, the universe now protects you. It matches whatever you are. It matches that completely. So it's very important for people to understand this, because it took me a long time to realize that I was the problem in my life. What I was putting out was exactly what I was getting back. When I was an addict, I was attracting addicts. And with that came criminals and murderers and shit. And once I got sober, now, Brian and I are sober. We don't fucking talk to nobody. And we are at peace. And we are proving this. 3131. It's not like we're trying to be assholes. We're just minding our business. We want a peaceful life. You would want one too at this point. There's a lot of people who wish that they did. They're not going to tell you guys that, but you would be a strange brew if you actually said that that was wrong at this point. Tell me if these chicks connect themselves to inmates and felons. It's because they don't have self-worth, and that's really sad. Yeah, compassion. You don't have compassion for people. So you're not attracting people who are compassionate. So now you're just both two people that are like they're dangerous, really, because people that lack compassion are not human. I'm going to say it again. For those of you who know, your chromosome 8, your ability to empathize and sympathize with people is what makes you a human being. That's it. You don't have that. That's why we call you guys bots, robots. Because you just... Look, kidnapped at birth. Does somebody not have compassion for the fact that you were kidnapped at birth? Because for somebody, that is your story, and people knew about this. Instead of having compassion for you, because there's a story that's been coming up a lot about some of you guys were actually kidnapped at birth, because in the 70s, this was like real big, and a lot of you guys, you're not even in the families that you were supposed to be in. I'm one of them. So there are some people where they should have had compassion for you. How would you feel if you were fucking kidnapped at birth and your whole family knew, or a lot of your family members knew, and the whole time, like, you were in a family you didn't vibe with, you're always feeling like you're the outcast, and it's because you were stolen so your mother could trap your fucking father, so he married her. You wouldn't have compassion for somebody like that? Like before attacking somebody, know their story. Because a lot of the times you'll be placed in people's lives so that they can help you with yours. Help you get through some shit because they got through some shit, and you want to attack the person instead. There's something real wrong with that. What's up with name? Frank? Witch? Someone standing beside a perverse witch? Frank. Maybe Lauren is standing next to Frank? Hold on. Clear that from me, spirit. Is Lauren with a guy named Frank? Okay. Alright. Clear that spirit. Does this guy have like dreads or something? Yeah, I know who you are, motherfucker. There's somebody that's standing next to a real dark motherfucker. And Lauren, I don't know if you watch my channel, but what I'm going to tell you is that you need to know your worth, damn it, and get the fuck away from this dude. There's a lot of women and men that just, they don't feel good about themselves, and they attack other people for it. And then those of us who are like, you know, we're not vain, we're not cocky, it's just a thing like, I know what I've been through and most people couldn't get through it. Of course I'm going to be my best cheerleader, because most of the people in the world want that they feel better when you're down. And then when you're around people like that, you think this is normal, so you become the company you keep. And then when you don't see anything else, this just is like, oh, everybody must be like this. No, it's toxic. Everybody's toxic in that group. When you separate yourself from these types of people, even your fucking family members, right? You separate from these people and then you're like, I'm a whole different motherfucker. I don't even like the same shit. It's like I was conforming for these people. I don't even know who I am, because you wind up being whatever they want you to be just to appease them, and you wind up living your life for everybody but yourself. It's dangerous, because then you become something you're not. And then you separate yourself, and then you start peeling layers off of who you thought you were, bitch, and you're like, I don't even like vegetables, motherfucker. Like, I don't even like dressing this way. I don't talk like this. It's because, and the irony is, you'll be around, especially family members who are narcissistic and they project all their bullshit onto you, but they're never wrong. That shit breaks you down over time. And then you start feeling bad about yourself. And they love that. They feed off that shit. So then what happens is, you'll prove to them once you move away from them now that they were the problem and that you were mirroring their behavior, or that, how dare you guys tell me now that you don't like who I became, but I'm a little piece of every one of yous. You know what I mean? It just becomes like that. So I don't know. There's some people who should have had compassion for another person's situation, man. Because you would want somebody to feel that way if you were going through the shit. Lower. Frank only acts out of his lower self, sober, that you were kidnapped at birth and that you're sober now. So these people should have had compassion for the fact that maybe you went through a difficult withdrawal, or like, you know, you're just minding your business because you're trying to be sober, you're trying to better your life. How would you feel? I flipped that shit and be honest. How would you feel if you guys, for the first time in your life, were actually doing better than you ever did, and you had a group of people trying to kill you or fucking steal from you? And it's like, what would you do without people like that? Where would you guys be if everybody was like you and the people you're around? You need people like that, because the people like that are the ones that wind up helping you when you need it. Be careful not to that you want to destroy every good person on this planet, and now all you guys are just left with traitors, backstabbers, betrayers, thieves, murderers, and you're going to need that motherfucker that doesn't judge you, that sees things from both sides because they've been through it and they understand you. You're going to realize how valuable that shit is. You can't put a price tag on that shit. You can't. Strength, strength, achievement, and more. Okay, I feel like they don't realize that how strong you had to be in a situation. They should be admiring your strength, the fact that you stayed sober during this situation, the fact that you, for somebody, you were kidnapped at birth, damn it, and you were betrayed by an entire family. It's like that. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Don't think that just because you see the finished product of somebody that it was easy. Because for most of you, you'd be wrong. Nobody wants to be, when you work so hard to get through something, and you have people who don't like even want to acknowledge that shit, you're a little too broken. When you can treat somebody so easily in a way that you would never want someone to treat you, there's something wrong with you. Okay? And we've all done it. I've done it. This shit that I'm doing, this came from over time of like learning these lessons. I got my ass kicked with karma to the point where I had no money, no clothes, fucking not a dime. And I'm building myself back up, and I will be damned, motherfuckers, if somebody that is still where I was, or even worse, is going to try and stop that or take that shit from me. I will kill you. I'm saying that. If you come for me physically, I will fucking kill you. I did not come this far. And I'm speaking for a lot of people who have been around people, and you wanted to help these people. Like if you're like me, you're the type of person where it makes you feel better to help and give back and give advice just based off what you experience. And before you can even get to that point, they're already thinking of how they can do some dirty shit to you. How many times, like I've done it myself, where somebody was sent into your life to be like a blessing to you, where you didn't realize you asked for that shit, but you kind of did with your actions. Like maybe you're tired of being around the friend group because they're all getting locked up and shit, and your ancestors can feel your energy like you don't want it no more, and they'll send somebody into your life in a crazy way, and you fucking backstab that person before you even got a chance to know them. I don't know. Somebody needs to hear this. The word witch popped up twice. Yeah, man, that word witch popped up twice. So either Frank is a witch or Lauren is a witch, or they could both be them. You need to stop letting the shit slide with these people. Clear that spirit. Is Frank a witch? No, clear that spirit. Is Lauren a witch? Lawrence, okay. So Lauren's a witch. Frank, she's probably doing spell work on you. I don't feel like either one of you are really decent people at this point with the way you're living your lives. But I guess for somebody, Frank, you need to know that this chick Lauren is doing spell work on you. I have never messed with that shit because I have seen what it did to people. Whew. The one thing that I keep telling you guys to keep solid during these times is your cranium. That goes, you're done. Where the fuck you be? When you lose your mind, you lose everything. And that's what people fuck with when they send these crown chakra shit. And then that shit comes back, and now you're doing shit you wouldn't normally do. I had maids here that used to go next to me, and they used to just sit there. They didn't realize it was spell work, backfiring, obsessed with me. Like, would just sit there and just listen to what I was doing. The one bitch sat there for freaking 45 minutes while I was in the shower. You know what I mean? And I literally came out. They show me these things. Like, I get flashes of shit in my mind. Sometimes I wish I didn't, but this is part of my gifts, you know. They're not all great. Jason, you popping up. Jason, what's up with Jason? So I literally like asked my pendulum, like, did you guys just show me the maid like listening through the bathroom wall? And they said, yeah. Here I found out she's a lesbian. You know what I mean? But it's like she's obsessed, and every time she comes into the room near me, she sits there forever. It's like I can feel it, I can see it. Most people don't realize this shit has been backfiring on your asses for a long time. They sit there and watch to see if it's working on someone else. Meanwhile, they're broke, they're withdrawing, they're sick. Don't you guys realize this shit? Stop fucking with that shit. It destroyed your lives, man. What's up with Jason? Clear that spirit. Jason, you the motherfucker that I exposed for having a life insurance policy on Terry, you piece of shit. Ass kisser. Phony ass motherfucker. I remember Jason. Tell me, you guys, though, I guess it's somebody else that you know, showed up for court as you. Hold up, hold up, hold up, nigga. Hold up, nigga. Let's find out. Clear that spirit. Jason showed up to court as somebody else. Clear that spirit that they show up as. Okay, clear that spirit that they show up as. They could have showed up to court as Frank. Clear that spirit. Are you telling me Jason showed up to court as Frank? Does Frank know this shit? Clear that. Nope. I'm telling you guys, they're just proving my point. All of these people in this group are all betraying each other. And what people like this will do is they will put your focus on someone else. And then the whole time they know that they're doing dirty shit, because it's like, let's just picture this shit logically like we get down. You're looking forward, right? You're looking right here at something somebody wants you to look at. The whole time now, unless you got eyes in the back of your head, they're stealing from you. Obviously showing up for court as you. Amelia. Damn, they just throwing names out there left and right. What's up with Amelia? Can you clear that, please? Is Amelia's a good person? Clear that spirit. Is Jason connected to Amelia? What's going on here? This is fire sign, right? So somebody is a fire sign. Landlord or property manager could have been involved in some shit. Lying in court to protect a criminal. Well, tell me about this situation, please. Making more of a difference in the world than you think, right? So for those of you, you know, who know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you are helping people. I don't know, a lot of these people were coming for you at one point, so I don't know if they have it in them to say, like, I think they'd rather you just not know that they were doing something dirty to you at one point. But this is another crazy thing. I've saved people's lives that were at one point coming for me. My mother. Oh, okay. Well, damn, there they go. Amelia, my mother. Clear that spirit. Is Amelia Jason's mother? Clear that spirit. Is Amelia Frank's mother? Amelia could be Frank's mother. Not Amelia. Did I say Amelia? Yeah, Amelia. Practitioner. Clear that spirit. Is Jason also? So Jason is doing spell work. Are they all doing spell work on Frank? That's what this is. It's like this whole... Clear that spirit. Frank, this whole group that you're hanging with, because I feel like you're hanging with them, you're their next target. You're their next target. They could be possibly trying to get either something that was supposed to be given to you, or they could be trying to set you up to get locked up. But I feel like at one point you were focused on somebody else or some other people, and the whole time the people that you are sitting with, that you're breaking bread with, are trying to fuck you up. Tell me more. Did he even know he had court? Hold on a second. Because the balls on you people, man. This shit is unbelievable. Clear that from me, spirit. Did Frank even know that he had court? That's why they took... Okay, clear that, spirit. Did someone take Frank's mail too? Yeah. Be careful, dude. Whatever... I almost feel like this dude Frank was connected to doing this to other people, and now... You're their target now. This would be heavy karma. This is something coming back like 100-fold for somebody. But you know what? It would be ironic if the person that you were trying to target is the one that's warning you. Because this is how shit went for me. Is that there were people who were targeting me. And then I wound up telling them about people in their life that were trying to traffic them and kill them. Okay. Like I'm the type, that's what an earth angel does. I don't just protect people that I think, you know, or I want to. It's not, I don't pick and choose that shit, okay? I have literally protected and told people about something that was going on in their life that have attempted my life before. That's when you know you a solid motherfucker. And you can't be fucked with. It's impossible. 46, 46. So you're not going to find too many people like that. And this is why the karma for me personally is so heavy for people, because I would even expose somebody who's trying to kill somebody who tried to kill me. It's just something I don't pick and choose. And I'm not an asshole like that. Tell me more. Tough behind texts. I guess this is Jason. Is tough behind texts. We're not impressed with you, buddy. Can you protect a woman, though, motherfucker? Can you? Because that's what we're impressed with. That's the kind of shit that us women want. We want you to be able to protect us. We don't even need to provide, bitches. Okay? We just want you to stand the fuck up and protect us. Can you do that, Jason? It didn't sound like you could, punk. All these people were in on it. Tell me about the person on the other side. That's this person. I didn't want it to go this long, but Jason, you're a pussy, bro. And I mean, if you got a problem with that, you can come get it. Let's see. What's up with this shit? Jason may not even be... I hope he's locked up. Tell me about all of these people, right? Tell me about all of these people. Look, all these people were in on it. Now all these people are stressed out. Every one of them. I can't sleep, baby. They're going through a whole bunch of struggle, right? Because of the police. And I feel like this is what they were supposed to do to you. When you target somebody, which I can't even imagine how people could sink so low and go, we just want to target somebody and try to make their life difficult. You know, why? Because you're miserable and you're fucking broken and you're a bunch of bullies, man. This ain't grade school no more. What the fuck are you talking about? We're adults here. All these people, look, that were coming for you. Are all stressed out now. Tell me more. They're not about upplaying. They're always about downplaying. So you could see some people in your neighborhood and they trying to put on a face for you. You know what I mean? These people are nervous. What is this? Yeah, look. Now they're all paranoid and shit, right? They're worried about going to jail. This is their fucking karma. Tell me more. Thank you. Yeah, they're lost. Lost, disgusted, busted, oppressed, suppressed, depressed. I mean, damn, man, this is what happens when you do this for somebody else. You can't possibly think that you would want somebody else to be assed out on the street, broke, fucking locked up, and think that your ass don't deserve to have that shit. It takes a real strong person to not want somebody to die who wants you dead. I don't wish that shit on nobody. I don't wish nobody homelessness. I don't wish nobody sick. But I will fucking say some shit. If you want that shit from me, that shit will come back and it will bite you tenfold quickly. Look, burden. What the fuck card came out before? Burden. Just constantly, like, you try to put burdens on other people because who are you to do that shit? You gonna get that shit back. Period. Let's just keep on, man. Look, karma. A penny pinching. This again. This is, again, a lot of these people, whether it's men or women, they're holding on to friendships and people in relationships that they think that they have love for, and they're fucking betraying each other. This whole group is taking each other down. All you gotta do is just, like, throw some shit, right? And then, it's like, you're like a grenade and shit. It's like, whatever it is truth or something that was thrown, and now the shit's blowing up itself. All of these people are betraying each other. I'm going to tell you why, and this shit ain't like rocket scientists. You understand, cuz? This is how simple it is. When you align yourself with liars and thieves and criminals and murderers, they're going to lie to you, they're going to steal from you, and they're going to rat you the fuck out, and they're going to kill you eventually. I mean, this shit is just like kindergarten. Tough lessons. We're not fucking going nowhere. Love you guys. Philly out.